Hey DIY Nation, it's Jeff with Home Repair Tutor. Do your kitchen cabinets need more organization? Do you have to reach way back to get the pots and the pans? Well, if the answer to that is yes, then this video is for you because I'm going to install the Rev-A-Shelf, which is a really great organizational system. And instead of reaching into your cabinet to find what you want, you'll be able to pull out all of your items. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great video, especially if you want really awesome kitchen organization in your cabinets. So let's get to it. First thing that you want to do is measure the cabinet opening and account for any of the hinges that might be in the way of the Rev-A-Shelf. So in this case, if I measure from this hinge here to the hinge over to the right, I'm getting a distance of about 20.5 inches. So that means that the Rev-A-Shelf has to be less than 20.5 inches. The first step is to remove the slides from the basket. And in order to do that, you fully extend the slide. And then there's a little trigger right here. And what you do is you press down on that trigger and pull the slide out. You want to do that for both of these slides. You need to grab your U-shaped brackets next. There should be 2 of them. So I put both slides on top of the U-shaped brackets. And you're going to attach the slides to the brackets using the machine screws that come with the Rev-A-Shelf. Position the slider so that you can see both the circular and the slotted holes in it. Start by attaching a screw through the circular hole right here. Then place a second screw in the slotted hole. And then you want to do the same thing for the front portion of the bracket. A magnetic screw holder like this one comes in real handy when you're using these small screws because it can hold the screw via magnetism. So make sure you have one of these guys. Now here's a hot tip. You're going to want to determine the height of the second basket. So there are 2 sets of holes on the U bracket, one here, one set of holes at this height and one set of holes at this height. Well, what you need to understand is the depth of your pots and pans. So if you have really deep pots or pans like this one, you want to have maybe the basket set on the lowest set of holes so that when you pull it out, when you pull out your basket, it won't hit the top of your kitchen cabinet. So I'm going to mount the slides on this lower set of holes for that reason. Here's another tip. Make sure that you only slightly tighten these screws on the top slide, just enough to keep the slide attached to the U bracket, and I'll explain why later on in the video. So do this for both sides, so the left side and the right side. Now it's time to add this U-shaped mounting bracket. So this mounting bracket has to slide in between the U bracket, which is here, and the actual slider on the adjacent side. So in order to make that happen, you have to leave the screws loose and slide in the bracket like so. With the mounting bracket on the back and all 4 slides attached, you can slide the whole frame, the whole Rev-A-Shelf frame, into your kitchen cabinet. You'll want to center the Rev-A-Shelf inside the kitchen cabinet just for aesthetic reasons and push it the whole way to the back because you're going to be mounting it using the provided screws to the back of the cabinet. If you've got double doors like this and you've got hinges on both sides, make sure that you center the Rev-A-Shelf frame. That way when you pull out the baskets won't interfere, or I should say the hinges won't interfere with the baskets. If you only have one door, you would want to slide the unit over to the opposite side of the hinges. That way you can be sure that the baskets won't interfere with the hinges. Now you can attach the Rev-A-Shelf to the kitchen cabinet using the 4 3/4 inch screws that they provide. So you're going to attach a screw here, here, and in the same spots in the back. The instructions say to use two 1/2 inch screws to attach the frame, the Rev-A-Shelf frame, to the back of the kitchen cabinet. I would traditionally do that, but there's nothing on the other side of this. This kitchen cabinet actually faces the dining room, and I don't know how thick that decorative plywood is, so I'm not going to put two screws in the back of this bracket. But as you can see here, this frame is super secure. It's not going anywhere. And if you haven't already done so, now's the time to tighten the screws that hold the bracket, the back support bracket, to the U-shaped bracket. And then very carefully, you can re-engage the baskets into the slides like so. And for those of you that are clumsy like me, just make sure that the open end of the bracket is the side that you're trying to put into the slides. All right, check this out. Now you can reach your pots and pans easily, right? So pretty cool system. If you need some kitchen organization, kitchen cabinet organization, check out the Rev-A-Shelf. I think it'd be a really great product for you. So I hope that you liked this video. Go over to homerepairtutor.com. Make sure you check out my website and sign up for the email newsletter, because you're going to get a ton of great tips every single week. I promise you that. So until the next video, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.